What is going on, you guys? This is DJ Overspin. Yeah, what we're looking at right now is my karaoke laptop that apparently is was well was and then it broke and whatnot. And excuse the mess of my desk and whatnot. I've been trying to clean up a little bit while trying to work on this laptop. I just replaced the screen on it. The screen was initially broken when I got it and whatnot. I was going to deck this thing out for all my karaoke music that I'm trying to grab from my server. But it's completely gutted out and everything. And I've been looking on YouTube for a while trying to find obvious fixes for the motherboard because I found out the motherboard is not working. So there were some common repairs that you could do at home. You know, it takes a few bucks to buy the components and replace the components by soldering them in and out. So I went ahead and while watching the YouTube videos, I went to go do some testing on the motherboard. Here's the motherboard right here, and of course I didn't know what kind of processor it was in here, but I found out with researching about this processor. It's an i3, which you can see it's Intel. It's an i3 processor, 2.2 gigahertz. I looked it up myself, and there it is. It's an i3 2330M and 2.2 gigahertz. Memory channels 2, and yeah, dual core socket. So I was actually looking to see how much a new processor would be, and I looked it up, and with a refurbished, or yeah, I think this one's refurbished, I don't know, but it's an i5 for only like 50 bucks, or I can get a refurbished i7 3.0 for 90 bucks. But then I was actually searching online for a new motherboard, and I came across this one, and it comes with the CPU. When looking at the image of the processor, because he didn't say what the processor is, I looked it up and whatnot, or looked at it, and based on this processor here, you can see it's wider here than it is on this board. So you could tell that that processor is either an i5 or an i7. Can't tell because the i5 and i7 are basically the same size on that, but the i3 is the small one. Now, earlier, what I said that it busted and everything, find common fixes for this processor, or this motherboard. Some of it said that you go on the back of it and unsolder the part for the power supply and whatnot. And yeah, I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it. Let me show you that this motherboard is completely done, which is unrepairable. And above where this battery was, you could tell that it's all fried from there. Well, all that's fried. That's unrepairable. And when I go to the back of this, and please don't scream, and you're probably screaming by now, right there is all fried. Continuing up, all that's all fried. Continuing around, all that's all fried. Continuing around, that looks like it might be fried, but all that is all fried. Well, there's no way of repairing this, so I'm gonna see if there's any way possible by the time I get paid, because I barely have time to play video games and whatnot, and I barely get time to work on laptops, and this is actually the first time I'm taking a look at this laptop motherboard and whatnot. And yeah, so there's no way I can repair this. And replacing it with the motherboard here for 40 bucks, free shipping from Arizona. Seems pretty good. You know, I took a look at the seller, took a look at his component sales, his reviews and whatnot, and they're pretty much good. So I trust this guy, or I trust this company. It says like new, professionally removed from working computer, tested and clean and certified, clean by certified technician. But he doesn't say what kind of CPU it is. But it's all right. I'll figure that out when I order it, or when I actually get it in. But hopefully I can get it soon. Possibly by next weekend or something. I don't know. But we'll find out. So, yep. R.I.P. motherboard. R.I.P. Oh, and also, when I looked at the RAM and everything, because this laptop with the i3 2.2 gigahertz dual core, I went ahead and looked at the RAM card to see what kind of RAM card it is, and it turns out it is a 4 gig RAM card. Well, it's just one 4 gig, but instead of using this 4 gig right here, I also had some 2 gigs in storage. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this 4 gig, this 4 gig in the first slot, and the 2 gig up on the top slot of the new motherboard, because the new other motherboard doesn't have any RAM. It just comes with the motherboard and processor. And I'll go get the thermal paste and clean all the components and get everything installed. Hopefully I have my karaoke laptop up and running. In the meantime, with no karaoke laptop, I borrowed someone's laptop so I can deck it out a little bit and use that for karaoke. And I'm not going to be using my MacBook over here for karaoke because the program is asking for money for every single little thing. So I'm like, nah, I'll just go ahead and get me another laptop from someone to borrow. So yeah, that's basically it for my video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.